Good job, Todd.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. It's Friday. It's the Lord. I don't even know what it is. It's the Nerd Den. We've been talking for a couple of minutes. I did intros, but I forgot to hit the MNF live stream button. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're on top of our game tonight. What's up, everybody?
I'm fairly
Jesse,
certain
I introduced you. Zach, I introduced you.
I'm fairly
Andrew,
certain. I'm fairly certain there's not a single person out there who was disappointed or.
How you doing, man? Anyway.
Inconvenienced. Inconvenience was the word I was looking for.
Yes, inconvenience. What I was saying was, so on our side, we did went through Comic-Con and we were really out of it, unlike now where we're on top of everything. But we did went through Comic-Con and we just needed a little bit of time to kind of chill and kind of just really, our brain needed to reboot. And we've done that, and so now we're working on the RPG. So we've got the role-playing game going, and we got a couple other things in the pipeline. And so we're starting to the wheels are starting to spin, and we're getting ready, man. Very soon we're going to start doing comics and stuff like that. So it's moving forward. Everything's doing pretty well. So. How about you?
Are you using a new mic? Because you're
hard to understand, dude.
Yeah.
I am?
Yeah, you are.
Well, you were just a second ago. I know maybe you stuck your mic down your shirt or something.
No, I haven't done anything. I could take it out and
okay.
Let me know if
you just sounded funny for a second there, so
I don't know. No, it should be fine.
Okay.
If it's not, you let me know.
You know I will.
Okay. How are you, Andrew?
I'm pretty freaking fantastic. One more Friday down, 30 more to go.
Nice. 30 more to go.
I had a conversation. I had a conversation with Avery last week where I told him, I said, there was a realization at a point during the week in which I realized very soon every single thing I do will be for the benefit of myself, my company, my books, my store, my channel. Every single thing I do will be adding to the value of all that stuff. I won't be doing stuff for anybody else. It'll be all for me. And I'm just shivers down my back in excitement. So I can't wait.
That's pretty cool.
And I truly think my boss is completely ignoring it because we've had 2 team meetings and he hasn't mentioned it to anybody else yet.
Well, maybe he's hoping that you're gonna change your mind.
Yeah, well, they've begun instilling some new rules, company rules, nothing he has any control over, which you could hear it in his voice. People are going to get fed up and they're going to be leaving the company because of it.
Mm. Oh, really? So can you talk about it a little bit?
It's COVID stuff, COVID related stuff. They recently sent out an email that said everybody had to get the flu shot or not. You can either do it or you cannot. But if you do not go get the flu shot by a certain date for the entirety of flu season, when you come into the office, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, fuck that.
You have to brand yourself as someone who refuses to get the flu shot for whatever reason, and you are not allowed to come into you have to, well, they're making us go back into the office, but when you're in the office, you have to be ostracized by wearing a mask at all times and to protect everybody else.
I'm sorry, that's bullshit. Complete, absolute trash.
Yeah, well.
Is that gonna, do you think that's gonna affect it'll obviously affect morale.
Probably.
It's very New York. That's a very New York thing.
Well, my company's based out of New York, so.
Yeah. Did anyone else say anything?
No, not yet. This only just recently came down. But it doesn't really affect me because of the fact that I live with 2 people with lowered immune systems. I always get a flu shot. But the fact is, they want to punish people for not doing something that they want you to do. And it's...
Some might call that communism. or a struggle session, but we won't do that here because it's clearly not.
Well, bottom line is I will be glad when I'm free.
Let's talk about your comic books, Andrew.
Yeah.
I was just telling the guys that Coliseum is doing another road show this weekend, so I may be going down to Orlando again, maybe picking up some more comics. Looking forward to that. That'll be Sunday's adventure.
That's cool.
But yeah. I've got 3 boxes of comics that I'm bringing into the store this weekend, and I've got to finish going through and making sure they're in the inventory and pricing them. And then I have a whole box over here of slab books that I'm bringing into the store, and very excited about that too.
That's wicked.
I can't wait to show some of them to you guys because they're actually kind of cool. Actually, I showed Avery a bunch of them after our live stream last week, because I do my live stream on Saturday, and by Saturday I'd already gotten more of them. And you guys will be very happy to know I have no auctions ending this evening, so my attention is going to fully be on my inventory right in front of me, and then
right,
on you guys in the interim.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm watching some auctions right now. There's one of the dealers that I have bought from before has a whole slew of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles slabbed books up for sale right now. I think the oldest is like issue 6, but it's a whole crap load of them. And I remember collecting around the time the movie came out. That was in the Return to New York era where it was all the black and white, really goodness stuff. He doesn't have any of those issues, but the issues before it and after it, he has a bunch of those. And I've got to stop buying stuff for myself because I would love to have a whole bunch of G.I. Joes, Transformers, Power Pack, new Warriors. If I find these books at a good price, I'm going to buy them, and whether or not they ever make it to the store may or may not happen. But there's so many books that I would love to have just slabbed and in my collection, you know. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, granted, I wasn't a huge fan at the beginning. It's definitely a love letter to our generation. Independent comics, and it was. Yeah. That is what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, no matter how silly it can get, is the goal for a lot of independent creators. To have a property that 30 years later is still going strong, you know, even if you're not working on it, you know.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of the key. You know, I think that's absolutely the key to the castle kind of a thing.
Yep. But that if I get any of those, that'll be next week. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
You guys want to view a couple right now?
Of course.
Or is there something you want to talk about first?
No, man, I'm actually just looking at Heritage a little bit. There's like a really cool auction, and I'm trying to bookmark some stuff. If we don't get to it.
Now, are you looking at original art, or what are you looking at?
Original art. Well, it's kind of the title of it is like cool. I don't know. It's like, I can't remember the title. It's like just cool stuff. So a lot of it's like comics and animation. It's called The Art of Anime and Everything Cool, Volume 4. But it also has like Jack Kirby and all kinds of crazy shit. So,
all right, we'll talk for a minute. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. I have to tell you guys this funny story. None of you are there, so that's all right. I got to tell you, this last live stream on my channel on Saturday night was the 67th of the scam live channels, and it was the first time I ever had to say, "Guys, I'll be right back. I got to take a break," and put myself on mute and left and came back. Thank God Avery was there, and he, talked to the audience and, chit-chatted with them and all, and they were all talking about, he's probably pooping. My stomach, and I swear on the video, you could probably hear my stomach growl. And I'm like, I got to go, guys. I'll be right back.
What did you have for dinner?
That night? I don't remember. It wasn't anything. It wasn't. And what ended up happening is it wasn't bad. It was just like I had to go just in case it was going to be bad, but it wasn't bad. I mean, I was safe. I was safe. And right now, I just have to. I've had too much to drink, but I'll be right back.
Take your time.
Okay.
Old
we
men.
will be here. We will be here for you.
You ever notice that the older you get, the more easy it is to talk about, things like that?
Just never mind. I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to go there. Just go to the bathroom.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
You just turned going to the bathroom into an actual conversation. Hey, Dusty, how are you?
I've ruined my life.
You've made some very strange decisions, sir.
Things used to look up, and they were so nice. Here I am.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Zach, how are you doing, man? So tell us about the book production, man. How is everything? Hey, Karis, how's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going, Karis?
Andrew just excused himself to go to the bathroom. We just talked about it for a few minutes. You missed a really good conversation.
All right, Todd. Just to be clear, your voice it's like you're really muffled. It's like there's a cloth over your mic.
Is it really?
Yeah. At least on my end.
All right, hold on. Let me just take my mic.
No, I can't hear you at all.
Is that better?
Much better.
Okay.
All
right. I don't know what it is. Sometimes, sometimes settings. Who knows?
All right.
Was his mic messing up again?
All right. So basically, for the past couple of weeks, I've been conducting kind of an experiment.
Okay.
Seeing if I could use AI, images, and text to write a book, write a novel from start to finish, and then publish it on Amazon. And I completed it. I'm not going to tell you what the book is because honestly, it's a piece of shit. I knew it was a piece of shit going in, but it's readable. But it's not anything I want. I want my real name or my pen name associated with.
I like how you have to move it beyond your pen name, bro.
So, I use a second pen name that I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Well, I put it out there a couple days ago, and so far it has not sold a single damn copy. So, the experiment was a success, but results were not good. So, but I think here's the thing: I knew really wasn't going to sell. I just wanted to see if I could do it because honestly, I've been so busy the last few weeks that I just can't actually get any real writing done. Next week, I'm actually starting a new project related to my actual books that I actually like.
Okay.
But this tells me a couple things, which is that AI, writing, and images can help you create stuff. And in fact, one of the projects I'm working on is going to be like another set of AI books that I do want to be proud about. But and now that I know how to do it, I can probably do it better. But that being said, AI, pseudo write, stable diffusion. I'm still trying to find the time to learn how to do that. They can help you create stuff, but what has not changed at all is the need to market your stuff.
Yep.
I mean, and in fact, that's probably going to become even in the field of self-publishing. That's probably going to become even more important. In the coming months and years, because it used to be in order to write a book, you actually had to put in the work.
Yep.
And there are a lot of people who've made careers as self-pubbers, by essentially turning themselves into writing machines. Now, most of those guys end up burning themselves out within a couple of years. But if they can get an audience, but here's the thing though, now that pretty much now that you can basically create like a 200 page like 70,000 word novel in about 2 to 3 weeks from start to finish, literally from the start to like it going live on whatever platform you want to use to sell it. The floodgates are open, and we're about to be deluged by a whole bunch of AI created stuff. Now, some of it's going to be good. A lot of it's going to be more of it's going to be mediocre, and a lot of it's just going to be god awful. And again, the ones that succeed are the ones who succeed at marketing. So what I'm realizing now is what I've known for years, but now it's more important than ever. If you want to succeed, you got to build an audience.
Yes.
Which is why I'm actually doing the whole Substack thing. And now that I'm getting more money coming in, I'm going to start running ads on that again. Running ads for that is that, you know, you just can't like throw your stuff out on, you know, on Amazon or Smashwords or Barnes and Noble and just hope that someone somewhere is going to pick it up, like it, and tell their friends about it, because there's about 500 other books out there that asking for the exact same thing. So unless you're like you're willing to put like a naked woman with large breasts on a cover, and chances are there are people who are already doing that, by the way, and they're just barely skirting like the level of being flagged. You know,
Yes.
It's just the hard truth is that yes, you can create stuff, but creating shit and selling shit are like two separate things.
This is true.
And what I'm trying to do with the Substack, probably not doing very well at the moment because I don't really have the money to invest in it. But fortunately, that's starting to change. Is following what you described as like the old internet online comics approach, which is you basically put your stuff out for free. You hope people like it. You get as much of a following for it as you can, and then you say, hey, now for sale, please spend money on me. And I think honestly, what in the world that's coming, where basically there's no more filters, there's no more editors.
Yep.
You have the gumption to put a book out, you can put a book out. But what is Andrew doing? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he twitches sometimes. You just have to ignore him.
All right. So the thing is, there's no more editors, there's no more gatekeepers.
I'm on a scam call, guys. Give me a minute.
All right, no,
Okay.
take time. But the thing is so that's both a good thing, because it means that, you know, especially nowadays where everything is so fucking politicized, that, you know, if you don't, that it's very easy just to have that door slam in your face. The downside, of course, is that where there's no gatekeepers, anybody can walk in, and most people don't have anything to say, and they, you know, so there it is.
Yeah.
So this brave new world, if everybody can write a book or make a movie, everybody's going to write a book or make a movie, which means that there's going to be a massive flood tide of content out there. You know, that's exactly what it is, content. And if you want to like be standing out, you know, being the stuff that close to the top, it's going to depend on whether or not you have skills of marketing, or you're able to build up an audience. I mean, the 1,000 super fans are more important than ever.
Yes.
That's what I've realized.
That's awesome. That's good to know. Like, you know, we're certainly doing a lot of things. And Carrot says, Carrot said, read anything you really like lately, Zach. And then he said, now everyone can write novels as fast as Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm rereading Tad Williams' Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, which is, you know, an old series from the 90s. It was a big inspiration for George R. R. Martin. But yeah, people can't. Yeah, I mean, look. But here's the thing about Bryan Sanderson. He can write fast and he can write good. There's a reason why he was picked to finish out the Wheel of Time after Robert Jordan passed away.
Mm.
You know, he's a good writer. He's not a hack. You know, he's a hack in the good sense. You know, he can produce quality. He can produce quality product on his own. Now, and I hate to say, the thing is, the AIs, they're not there yet. I mean, like I said, when I was doing this book, I had to basically like rewrite a lot of the, you know, the reason it took 3 weeks instead of 2 is because I ended up spending a week just rewriting a lot of the text, because it can do prose okay, but it can't do dialogue to save his life. I mean, it's just the most hackneyed stuff out imaginable. Of course, again, it's also going to depend on on the parameters you put into it, but it's going to get better.
Yeah.
So don't think that talent alone is going to save you. Talent alone is not enough. There are plenty of great writers out there you've never heard of, and who basically sunk like stones. Trust me, I'm one of them. But you gotta build an audience. You gotta know how to sell it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have like a big publisher behind you, and they're not going to publish their, you know, unless you're someone like, and they're not going to pick you unless you already have an audience.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, we're actually doing a lot of experiments now. So, we've kind of been looking at audience building from like a 360 perspective. So, on one side, it's the network of other founders and creators, because no matter how big of an audience you build for yourself, it's not going to be, unless it's a massive audience, and eventually it will be huge. Like at the start, like the way to kind of bootstrap a big audience is actually to be able to have access to other audiences. So even though the adult fantasy audience is like, growing, we actually have made really good connections and are friends now with dozens and dozens and dozens of legitimate projects. And we now have access to their audiences as well, because we share a lot of information and things like that. And so that's the top level. And now the next stage is actually really growing the fan base and the audience level, which is really it's not going to ever stop. So that's kind of why we wanted to set up the founder side, the networking side first. We got that done. We have a pipeline for that. We have a way to bring people in and grow between something we have called Super Secret and Web3 Comic-Con. These are ways for us to help other projects and also connect with other companies and other teams. And now we're experimenting. We actually are about to start an experiment on YouTube that we're actually not going to mention. Like, we'll talk about the experiment, but we're not going to point people to it. Like, we've got a couple of experiments going on that we're really excited about, kind of seeing how we can grow an audience and what the best way to approach building an audience is in a social and kind of like a social context is, because we obviously have to grow. I think YouTube is for us. I mean, Twitter and your X and YouTube, I think, are the two main growth mechanisms for us.
What I did when I started building on my mailing was, this is like 10 years ago, when I was still just getting into like self-publishing my books. I used Facebook ads, and I was able to build up a mailing list of about 3,200. It took a while. It took a very long time to do it, and it didn't really do me any good, because for various complicated reasons. But I think that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Is at the end of the day, you can network all you want with like fellow writers, but you got to spend money to make money. Or in this case, I'm trying to not spend that much, but like $5 a day for ads. If I just get like one or two signups per day, because let's say you have a list of 5,000, but another 5,000, maybe 1,500 are actually active. That is, they're the ones who are actually reading the posts you send out. They're actually opening the posts. That's still a lot, And let's say half that 700 are willing to spend money on you. Well, like if they spend like $5 a month on you, 7 times 5, that's $3,500.
Yep.
Is not a lot for like an operation like ours, but it's for a guy on his own. That's pretty decent. And look, the truth is, when it comes to writing or comics on your own, the days of the big time superstars are over. You're not going to see another George R. R. Martin. All right, you're not going to see another Mark Millar.
You might, but it's going to come out of a different way. I think that's what you mean.
It's going to be a while. It's not. Yeah. It's not going to come out of the straight comic books. What's left of the comic book industry. It's you're not going to see another like mega author like Martin or N.K. Jemisin or whatever, because they're people who came up when the old publishing industry was still around.
Yep.
But I mean, there are still quote unquote superstar authors who are coming up. But it's like superstar singers nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people talk about how Taylor Swift has taken over the world. Naturally, yes, she is. But remember, you and me, Todd, and Andrew and Dusty, you might even remember this. We all grew up in the age when we had people like Madonna or Mariah Carey, who were real superstars.
Yeah.
But that's because the audience back then was a lot bigger because there were fewer producers, so everybody listened to the same stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I know that's not the case anymore. I mean, people aren't going to, there's going to be another Game of Thrones because like the people, nobody's going to just read all the same book. You're not going to see another, world-shattering comic book event like the Dark Phoenix saga. Because putting aside the fact that the mainstream comic book industry has basically nuked their audience,
mm-hmm.
the readership there is splintered as well. So I think success in this coming world is good. It basically means recognizing that you have to start off as a niche and you have to cultivate your niche.
Yeah,
and you have to
100%. I could not agree more.
Fight for every fan, and try and monetize them try and milk them for all they're worth. Start as that's what it is.
No, I could not agree more. And I think Carrot said a couple things. He said, first he said, I've never read Tad Williams stuff, but I'm familiar with him. Yeah, I've read a couple of Sanderson books.
Hey, Avery.
What's up, A? Hey. And then Carrot says, I'm curious if Twitter X goes to a paid model if you can still use it in read-only mode. I would use my list for free, but wouldn't pay for the service.
I don't know why Elon Musk spent whatever he spent to buy Twitter. And no one's ever been able to make it profitable. I mean, and the amount of shit he's had to eat since doing it. You get the impression it's like one of those things. One of the things he said he was going to do when he was drunk. And when he was sober, he felt he couldn't back out without losing face. And now he's stuck with it.
I will back it up though, dude. I think it's gonna be huge. I think Twitter is gonna be a very big thing based on what he's doing. I think it's gonna be second to YouTube. Well,
I mean, for what I understand, he's trying to do it. He's trying to make it and make it into an everything app like Weibo in China, where you can use it to basically do everything from pay for groceries to post stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe he can pull that off. Maybe he can't, but I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if he can pull it off, but he might be able to.
Anyway, rant over. Rant over. Avery, your turn. Say something.
How you doing, Avery?
Speak.
You just wake up?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Cool. No worries. Okay. Glad you showed up.
I set an alarm, but I slept right through it.
No worries, man. Yeah, we're just chit-chatting. There's a really cool auction on
I was going to share some books, but I don't have anything set. I don't have it set up to share them.
Oh shit! Okay.
I overslept because my white leopards came in, my comp copies came in.
Nice.
I backed Narwhal's thing, right? And I got that original sketch.
Yeah.
Well, he sent me 2 sets of books. The tier came for his sketch came with books too. So I have 2 sets of his Earthbound books.
Dude, maybe I'll buy some off you. I'm actually missing Earthbound 2.
Yeah. I got 2 full sets.
I have the only book I have of Narwhal is the first Earthbound, and I really want to collect his other books. I just keep missing his.
Oh, dude, his Nosferatu's nice. I have it. His adaptation of Nosferatu.
Yeah, I heard it looked great.
Dude, I got the hardback. You could get it in hardback. Oh, it looks fantastic.
I wish he had a store, man. I wish I could just buy it whenever.
Yeah, he does. He you know what? He does need a store.
Because he needs a store.
He's so prolific, dude. For one dude doing books by himself.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's developed. He has a Deadline style.
Yeah. But but he's always trying something different with it. Mm-hmm. Mixing it with 3D CGI and stuff, mixing it with AI.
Oh, he's a great artist.
Yeah, his stuff's really cool. But I'll show that stuff next week.
Awesome. Carrot says, interesting. I've almost already deleted my X account. Feels like it's pretty much done already, but I'm admittedly not the target audience for it. I'm just waiting for a decent alternative. I know a lot of people have moved over to Mastodon, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sticking with it. I hear you, man. One of our challenges is like you only have so much energy, and like, you know, I've talked to and I've looked at a bunch of guys who have accounts on Twitter who are like in the hundreds of thousands, and you ask them like, well, what do you have to do? And it's like, oh, it's really simple. You just dedicate some time, and all you have to do is comment on 100 posts every single day, and then do 2 threads a week until you hit 10,000 people, and then you do all of that plus start actually talking on your timeline. And I'm like, 100 replies a day is fucking a full-time job on Twitter, man.
Yeah, they're super full-time.
Like that's a legitimate hardcore full-time job. And I'm like, I mean, not that it's not worth it, but I'm kind of like, okay, or I could post a video, really high quality video a week on YouTube on a specific topic, and maybe have some time to do other things, like, you know, like take that video and then repost it on Twitter. So I don't know, like it's very difficult to sit and say, yeah, I'll just fucking we'll just absolutely do nothing but Twitter now. You know, it's a little difficult to commit that. Also, considering that Twitter is still like, they didn't really treat us really well when we first started promoting adult fantasy. Like they were really not cool, actually. So I'm a little like, it's hard for me to push a lot of time and energy into it just because I don't trust it. I don't trust any of it. But, you know, at least with video, I can do a video and I can post it on YouTube. I can post it on Rumble. I can post it on Twitter. I could post it. There's like 400 places I could post a video. So that if it could pop off in other places. Whereas a tweet is just a tweet and you can't really do anything else with it. And so it's really, you know, we only have so much time and energy in the day. And it's really hard because of course, like the number one place for Web3 is freaking Twitter. Like it's definitely Twitter, and that makes it very difficult.
And Twitter, the best way to get traction on Twitter is to have some kind of hot take. It's either got to be really good or really bad. Either way, you got to piss people off on purpose.
This is true. A lot of the guys that made a lot of became influencers in 2021 were the shit posters, right?
Yeah. Not that I don't enjoy some shit posting.
But it's a skill, and B, it's just not me, man.
It is a skill. It really is. Like, you got to be good. You got to be quick. Because, you know, every time I see something and I think of something smart ass to say, I find like 5 people already beat me to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, I'm not that smart. You know, I'm not that witty because like 5 other assholes already beat me to
it. Right. Yeah. Everyone's got their take instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up.
Just, yeah, I hear you.
Not and get anything done.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's like, you know, it's like influencers. You know, people who make their living, you know, doing what you're describing, only on Instagram and TikTok and so on. You know, you see photos of them like lounging by the pool by some, you know, in Dubai or whatever. But you actually look what they do. It's a full-time job.
Yes.
So trying to do that and also, you know, run a business like what we're doing. I mean, you know, honestly, if you want to use social media to promote this, then, you know, I would suggest that we find someone to do that full time for us, because otherwise, you know, you're gonna be working 25 hours a day, and we're gonna end up like, you know, having one of these screen sessions with Todd, like literally having a meltdown in front of the entire world. You know, it's like you can see his eyes melt out of his skull just from the stress.
Cool. Dusty, I hereby pass all Twitter responsibility to you. Is that cool?
Well, my cat just threw up, so I'll be right back.
Lucky.
Nice.
Aren't there companies out there that like hire people to do their Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's gotten some companies in a lot of trouble because their social media person sort of said some out of pocket stuff, and it has ruined some companies.
I mean, look what happened with Budweiser. Look what happened to Bud Light. That's pretty much what happened to them. I mean, look, there's, I've done work like that in the past, for like pretty small scale stuff, but it's
because if they say something out of pocket or off brand, they can ruin you with your core audience.
Hey, Carrots. I mean, the fact about there being a Twitter alternative, it's not going to happen, I don't think, because the problem is that there was Mastodon. Before that, there was Parler. Trump's got Truth Social. There's a few others floating around out there. I mean, the thing is, Twitter has first mover advantage. It's not going anywhere. I mean, and
it's possible. I mean, Facebook took down MySpace.
Yeah, but the thing to remember about MySpace is that MySpace was kind of a fat, slow target. I mean, it was not a good website. I mean, it was terrible. It was slow. It was error prone. I mean, the thing that made MySpace great in the early days, which was the ability to hack your own profile, was the also thing that kind of ruined it, because it meant that everything was buggy. There were viruses all over the damn place.
Yeah,
and so on and so forth. Plus, Facebook by comparison was more cleaner, streamlined.
Yeah.
I mean, different. The market's a little more mature now than it was back in the day.
Yeah, it was. MySpace was kind of like the first really big social media site. And it was garbage. It was hot garbage. Everybody thought it was cool at the time, though.
Remember, before that there was Friendster. Remember Friendster?
No, I have no. There was no such thing as social media until someone told me about MySpace. I didn't know what it was. I barely used forums. And forums were full of rot too. Oh, I wonder if Andrew has some books he wants to yap about.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he keeps showing camera shots of his stack of books.
Yeah.
Like
Carrot says, there's no good alternative yet. I would have said Twitter was a good place until the Musk acquisition. Yeah.
For me, Twitter's gotten better since.
It's just whatever your feed is, and honestly, like, it hasn't made any difference to me, only because like I when I decided to hop, because I started on Twitter when I was at Marvel, and then when I kind of started up with adult fantasy, I actually deleted everybody I was following at the time. It was just, I wasn't following anyone specific. It was just like random influencers, like venture capital people and startup people. And I just deleted everybody. And all I did was follow, like, everyone. If you just go to my follow list, like, it's nothing, like, there's like 20 people at the very bottom that are friends, like people I actually know. And like everything after that is just pure Web3. And that actually is like a pretty good space. People just talk about making stuff and doing things. I mean, you get a little, drama for sure, but it's really not that bad. So it's like, I enjoy it more, but I also do not take it seriously. I don't know. I know you can make money with it if you like really blow up your stats and stuff, but like I said, I'm still debating the worth, the time versus energy of it. I'm a little like, I don't know. So, but Andrew, would you like to? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Avery.
On any of those sites, it's not the money you make from the site that's important, really. It's having the followers who are engaged enough with you to buy whatever you make.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Whether or not Twitter pays you anything or YouTube pays you anything doesn't matter. It's having the bodies that are there, the percentage of those that will buy your comic or whatever it is you make.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's t-shirts, comics, shoes, it doesn't matter. That's what matters.
Yeah, there's definitely crossover, right? Like you definitely are correct in that it's going to be.
And YouTube seems to have, like, it tends to be a general. Once you hit a certain number, I forgot what the number was, a certain percentage seems to kick in, right? Mm-hmm. And it tends to be somewhere around 3 to 5%. Mm-hmm. People who are really engaged and will buy whatever you're making.
Yeah.
And with YouTube, it tends to be higher. That percentage for some reason.
No, I know. We've been looking at RPMs and CPMs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And
for sure.
From what I've heard, YouTube it tends to be 5 to 10% of people who are really engaged will buy your comic or buy your T-shirt or buy whatever. It is you make and what you do, your art prints, whatever. It seems to be a higher percentage with YouTube for some reason.
Well, it's the advertiser. It's the advertisers. I mean, it's become the new TV show.
Yeah.
Like, like it really is. I mean, my kids don't watch TV. They watch YouTube Kids.
Yeah. I don't watch that much TV. I watch streaming or YouTube.
Yeah.
And when the creator of a channel you like goes, hey, if you like this and you want to support, buy my T-shirt. It's like, instead of try to sold, Tide Pods or a bunch of whatever commercial, they're like, you can buy it something directly from me that supports what I do.
Yeah.
If you like it. That's powerful. I mean, because you as the viewer can directly see that, yes, I'm making a difference because I can see their life. I can see that they're improving, they're succeeding. You feel more connected.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Yeah. Because
I think you're absolutely right.
A lot of the comic people I buy independent comics from are on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. That's true. I know. We were talking earlier, Avery, about so we're doing some experiments on YouTube coming up here in the next few weeks. Nothing anybody will see because we're kind of doing it a little private just to kind of test some things. But we are going to be bringing it to this YouTube channel so that we're, look, I love Nerd Den and what we're doing is, we were doing this anyway. So, but to actually start to focus the channel and kind of start to build it up. Now that we have all the network stuff and Web3 Comic-Con and all of that, it's time to kind of refocus and kind of push on this side a little bit.
Let's have it, you're going to, have those people on, people from other channels, all that stuff, networking, cross-pollinating audiences, talk about independent comics as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's what excites me is independent comics. Back when I did that Full Metal Jackson piece, right? I posted it somewhere and somebody said, "Oh, do cable next." I'm like, sorry, I don't draw mainstream characters anymore.
Yeah.
And I draw independent characters. I work with these people. I didn't go into it. That's the reason I drew this character.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm doing fan art for something, I'd rather do something for an independent book.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't really after having worked there, I don't really feel the desire to draw. If I draw Wolverine, that's time out of my life and I'm just adding to somebody else's stock. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense for me to spend any time drawing somebody else's thing. It just really doesn't.
Yeah. I'd rather do fan art for an independent book.
Mm-hmm.
Or draw something of my own, or or work on an independent comic.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
But well, Andrew, should we pass the mic over to Andrew for a minute and he can show us like his amazing stack of stuff that he's clearly going to sell at his store?
Has he been waiting for 45 minutes while you talked about other stuff?
No, yes and no. He actually was going to talk and then he stopped because he had a scam call. Yeah. So he did and then he didn't.
Okay.
And it was a good scam call, so I
Was
had
it
to
good?
take it. Yeah, but I when I'm live streaming with you guys, I'm using this microphone as my microphone, not the microphone that sits in front of me. And at one point I realized, oh crap, the microphone's probably not going to pick up the phone. So let me switch it to the other microphone. And in the time it took me to realize that, I had put my headset down. So the microphone that was recording the call was all the way over there. So it wasn't recording me anymore either. And so I missed about 2 minutes of the conversation.
Is that okay?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if I can salvage it. But got comics. You guys want to see them?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go make a video for my channel because I keep forgetting to do that.
Oh.
Yeah. So Avery, just to catch you up,
Yeah.
he's got all this stuff and he's taking it all to the store and he realized that he hasn't made a single video about any of this stuff
For my channel, for
his
Mystery
channel, so
Corner
nobody
Comics channel.
knows.
Yeah, I keep showcasing them on your guys' channel and completely forgetting my channel. So, oh well. Nobody said I was bright. All right,
true.
check this out.
Oh, comics with Andrew.
It's very loud.
It's excellent. There you go.
There you go.
Even more. Turn it down a little bit more.
This is the new theme song, dude. This is staying. Don't dance. Just show.
It's still loud. I can barely hear myself. Put it down to like a 10.
That's at 1, Andrew.
Really? It's blaring in my ears. So. All right, if you guys aren't going to take this seriously.
No. We will. Let's do it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. So, 27
Excellent. Well
new
played,
books.
Dusty. Thank you.
27 new books coming to the store, including Uncanny X-Men 252.
That is a sick fucking book.
I know it is. It's an awesome book.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's a gorgeous book.
That is a classic right there.
Is that the one that's drawn by
Rick Leonardi with Kent Williams doing
Kent
the
Williams
inking.
inks?
Yep.
Oh man.
Here's another classic.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
X-Men number
9.6,
2.
really? Like I always imagined those would all be like 9.8s.
There were so many of them. It's easy not to. Plus, they're 1991. That's 32 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it!
You know.
Books got deemed
Little
easy
bitch.
on the shelf. Back
Oh
then.
yeah. Here's one that's actually got a little bit of value to it. This is
shit.
X-Force number 2 and the second appearance of Deadpool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I had that.
Yeah, we all did. We all had like multiple copies. This is one I've had in the store before, but I was able to get another copy because I know a customer who would like it. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 365. It's a 9.4 copy. It's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's a good
I
one.
remember all these. I mean, I used to have that one.
This is one I think Todd would really like.
Oh hell yeah, I want that book. You know I do.
Yeah, well,
Dude, did you
Yeah.
get how much did you get that for?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Tell them later, then double it or triple it.
Yeah, double it and so I can buy it from you.
Now, some of these I picked up just because they were cheap and they're good fodder for the store.
Mhm.
But some of these X-Men's, like this is X-Men number 179. It's an 8.5 copy.
Oh wait, you froze. There you go. Oh yeah, that's classic.
Yep. There's a lot of classic ones in here. So
was that Byrne?
No, this was
Paul Smith.
Paul Smith.
Claremont Story, John Romita Jr. and Dan Green on art.
I thought it was Paul Smith era.
First appearance of Leech, Callisto, and the Morlocks. Or no, first appearance of Leech, Callisto, and Morlock's appearance.
Caliban,
So,
yeah.
Not Caliban, Callisto.
No.
This is just a nice cover. I believe this is a John Byrne one. Yeah. Fantastic Four, number 233. No specific significance other than, it's a nice older book.
Yeah, that's a good cover. I don't know that book. I haven't seen that before.
Here's one that Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. This was a 6-issue. Yeah, it was a 6-issue series. I don't think I've ever read the whole series. I know I've read this first issue a couple of times, but I don't think I've read the whole thing. But still. And this is kind of more of a giveaway one. This was X-Men 262. This is one of those fill-in issues.
That was good. That was one of those books that, it's in my collection, or it used to be. I think it might still be. But, every time I get it because I think it's a Jim Lee book.
Yeah, but you want to know the funny part? Guess who did the art as well as the cover?
Oh, I don't remember. I should know this.
Kieran Dwyer.
Oh, interesting.
Man, he's a great artist. He's got some.
Yeah, he doesn't draw like that anymore.
Back in the day, he was a fill-in artist.
Yeah, he doesn't draw like that at all anymore.
Yeah. Another John Romita Jr. issue number 209, a 9.4 copy of that.
I love that era of John Romita Jr. That and his Daredevil run, I think, are some of the best comics ever made.
This says
his Daredevil run, John Romita Jr.'s Daredevil run is one of it makes me want to draw everything in squares.
Here's another John Romita Jr. issue. This is X-Men number 184.
Yeah, look at that, man.
This is first appearance of Forge. It also had a Celine appearance. So good. So, the key issue in the fact that it's the first appearance of Forge, but nobody really cares. This one is another kind of a throwaway one. Uncanny X-Men number 181. It's an 8.0 copy. This is also John Romita Jr. art. It's good stuff. This is another one, John Romita Jr., X-Men number 178.
So cool.
Yeah. This one has an awesome cover, and if I can get it in a better condition one, I will. Issue number 176.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a cool cover.
What a great
I have
cover.
a copy of that, but it's real beat up.
Look at that cover. Look how. Wait, show that again. Look how good that cover is.
Oh, yeah.
He's blasting the logo, which makes the logo bright, and the logo is breaking apart. And
Yep, these guys knew how to draw covers.
Yeah, man, that's
All
some
right.
work.
This is one I picked up just recently. I thought it was worth more than it actually was, but I paid a decent price for it. But I mean, this is Spectacular Spider-Man number 1 from December of 1976. This is
that's
the first
Tarantula.
second series for Spider-Man. He had been Amazing Spider-Man all the way up to 76, and then they did Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and then a few years later they started Web of Spider-Man. But still, it's a really nice looking issue. Very pretty. A 7.5. I'm looking at the book, and it looks pristine. I don't know.
Is it because of the interior pages, maybe?
Probably. Well, the funny thing is it says 7.5 white pages. That's the best you can get is white pages. So
sometimes they fuck up and just.
Well. This is one that don't tell my brother-in-law, but he might be getting this for Christmas. This is Micronauts Annual number 1. It's a 9.6 copy.
That's cool.
But guess who did the cover?
I'm going to just guess randomly. It's not, but I'm going to say Michael Golden, even though it's absolutely not.
No. Michael Golden did a lot of the covers and a lot of the art, but this is Steve Ditko.
Oh yeah, that totally is Steve Ditko.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely should. Hey, what's up, Doc? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, Doc?
Doc is a fine young gentleman.
This is one I picked up for no specific reason whatsoever, other than the fact that it was one I remember fondly as a kid. This is Valiant's Rye and the Future Force number 9. This is a 9.8 copy. There's no significance to this one other than it had a wraparound cover. But
I have that book.
Yeah, I've had it too. So it's cool. Next up, this is the one I was telling you guys about last time that I was going to try really hard to win, and I did.
Oh, you got it.
Isn't that gorgeous?
No, that's not in the. That's not.
No. They take them all out of they take them out of the plastic in order to grade them. Nothing is graded in the plastic. So
okay.
But still, what do I care about that? This is one I got. This one will probably not go to the store until I get maybe a better copy. But this is Tarzan number 1 from Marvel Comics. And yes, this is John Buscema on art and cover.
That's wait, was that the cover you were looking at? No, no. It
was a different cover. It was a Conan cover.
Okay.
But still, this one's gorgeous.
Doc, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. We're just chilling.
Here's another. It's not really a throwaway one. I got it because it was inexpensive enough that it was easy to pick up. But 2001: A Space Odyssey, issue number 5 from Marvel Comics. This is from April of 1977.
Oh wow,
Kirby,
and it's a 9.6. So
that's pretty sick.
It's pretty. It's definitely.
Doc says that Tarzan is lit.
Oh yeah. All right, here's some random ones that I picked up just because they look nice. This is Nova number 22 from 1978. It's a 9.4 copy of this book. Just a nice looking book.
Looks like Flash, yeah.
Kinda. The character's name is the Comet. But yeah, some of these covers are just fantastic looking. This is one I picked up to go with my number 1, Terminator number 2 from the
I
Dark
love
Horse comic
that
series.
Means so much to me, man.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for issues 3 and 4. If I could get a complete set, I definitely will.
Yeah, that series, that and then the Bisley series kind of changed things for me.
Yeah. Another Nova, issue number 25. This was the last issue of the series. This is an 8.5 copy, but look at that cover.
God, man.
It's gorgeous.
Doc says, damn, I walked in late, but it looks like Drew got a really sweet haul. Andrew hasn't stopped buying. He's become addicted to this. He's announced that he's quitting his job next year, and he's apparently been spending all of his money on this stuff.
Not all of it. But I'm quitting my job so I can spend more time buying CGC books.
Yes.
This is one
intelligent thing to do.
This is one that I actually got from Zach. This is not that issue. I actually have that issue put aside. But it was a good price, so I was able to pick it up. But this is Batman number 2 from the New 52. This is from 2011. This is the Greg Capullo art.
Oh yeah.
This is a 9.6 copy.
Was that one of the ones I sold you?
Well, this isn't the actual one, but in that stack of stuff you sold me, there is a copy of this in there. But I was able to get this at a good price, so I went ahead and picked it up. But this is the first appearance of William Cobb, who is later revealed to be Talon, the character Talon. So it's got a significance, but we'll see. But I got it for a good price, so I went ahead and picked it up in case there's anybody out there looking for it. So this one is kind of one I picked up for myself, but this is the Batman Adventures Holiday Special number 1 from 1985. It's got a nice Mr. Freeze cover.
That right there is one of my all-time favorite books. But the art in that book is so good.
Even though she's not featured on it, she's on it. So it's got Batgirl on it. So
yeah, I know.
That's one of the reasons why.
That is one of my all-time favorite. I love that issue. It is so
beautiful
good.
Burt Bruce Timm cover and everything.
It is so good.
Oh yeah. This is one I picked up just because it was affordable enough. This is Invaders number 35 from 1978. Just had a really nice looking cover, but a 7.5 copy of Invaders number 35.
That's pretty cool.
Just a lot of fun stuff.
It looks like a John Romita Jr. guy running.
Actually, let me see. Roy Thomas story, Alan Kupperberg and Don Heck art, and Alan Kupperberg and Joe Sinnott cover. So this one I got as an investment book. I may hold on to this one for a while, but this is Nova number 1 from 2013. This is the new Nova in his first series. This was a 9.8 copy, so it's a very, very nice copy. This is not his first appearance. His first appearance was in the 0.1 issue, and I've had a copy of that in the past. But still, this is kind of a key issue in the simple fact that it's his first standalone series. But he may be making appearances in the future. So hopefully Marvel will keep making movies and TV series. We'll see. Disney. And that's it. 26 more books. 27 more books coming to the store this weekend. And maybe 26 of those. Maybe there will be 1 or 2 pulled aside. So we'll see.
What's your total number? Like what's
of slab books?
Yeah.
Give me a second. I can tell you. Including the ones that are on their way to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, 2 of the ones that are on their way to me, I cannot wait to share with you. You guys, you may or may not have ever collected them, but Marvel did a series of magazines it was called Marvel Superheroes, and a lot of the issues were movie adaptions, including some of the Star Wars movies, the Conan movies, and I got a couple of those coming. Oh. And I'm very excited about those. And now that I know they're out there, and I'll keep an eye out for them, you never know. Okay, let's see. If you include everything I've gotten so far, 197 slab books. Yeah, I know.
Cool. I'm glad you're taking it all in like moderation.
You know what's so funny is I've got them dated on when I got them. This one was April of last year, December of last year, January of this year. There was one. Those 3 are in March, were part of a trade. That one was part of a trade. When I actually started buying them off of eBay would be July 9th. So from July 9th to now, I've bought 185 books. 185 books.
You know, as long as your family doesn't need it.
So in 2 months' time, almost 200 books.
Yep.
The total cost, you don't want to know.
Yeah, what's the total cost, Andrew?
Not much more than I told you guys last time.
Uh-huh. Not just a little more because you keep buying shit. Got it.
Yeah, it's my problem. But that's okay.
It's okay. You know, it's about love.
Well, I've learned a lot of rules. I mean, I have found like individual issues.
About rules, he says.
I've found like individual issues from sellers.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to buy if you're selling just one book, I'm not going to buy it. Because if you think about it, if you add on the shipping and the tax, you know, that adds to it. But if you've got 5 or 6 books I'm interested in and you're willing to combine shipping, I'm more interested in buying from you because of the fact that, you know, you get a better deal in the long run if you combine shipping and so forth.
Yes.
You know, there's one guy that I bought from, let me see, because I keep everything. How many have I bought from him so far? 43. 43 of my 187 came from one seller.
Did he gave you a discount?
It does combine shipping, so
yeah.
Which, you know, in the long run, that's okay. That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But Yeah, I've got some Thundercats issues coming. I've got let's see what else is coming that I haven't gotten yet. Those magazines, a couple of Uncanny X-Men's, GI Joe. Oh, a GI Joe issue that I'm really looking forward to having. Some Wolverine issues and some Thundercats issues are all on their way to me now. So very excited.
Well, I think it's pretty cool, man. Like, I'm glad you're getting stuff. I hope you sell.
Well, I'm getting a little nervous about leaving them in the store. So there's some that may be coming home with me at the end of each night. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of ask about that because it's like these are special books. You know what I mean? They're not 25-cent comics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do have insurance, so there's a reason for it, but still.
I don't know. You might want to start wearing a vest.
I'm not worried about that. I have my baseball bat in my store. I've never had to use it, never had to bring it out, but I've got it if I needed it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, good, I guess.
You can take me off a high. Yeah.
No, but we like you. We like you big. Didn't sound right. Just whatever.
No,
man.
it didn't. All right, off subject of comics.
Yes.
So I had a collection of Playboy magazines from a long time ago. And I had a guy that brought in some to me, and I offered to buy them from him. And the story he told me, and give or take, whether or not you believe it or not, was that he was cleaning out his garage. He had found some magazines. His wife wanted him to get rid of them, so he brought them into me, and I offered to buy them. And so he'd bring me in a bag, like 20 at a time. And I don't have them displayed in the store anywhere. They're literally in plastic bags, in boxes in the back of the store where nobody ever sees them. Just simply because it's not something I would put out in my store for people just to flip through and buy, even though I probably could. I mean, it's not porn, but it's it's adult, mature reader type things. I've noticed, and I've been looking into this, there's a lot of people have taken some of those older Playboys that actually have some value to them and had them graded from CGC. And that is absolutely something I could sell in the store as a collectible piece of art almost, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through some of the ones I have, maybe pick up some that, you know, have a significance. And it's all about the covers. It's all about what's on the cover. But a lot of the books, a lot of the issues that are valuable now are the ones that have like interviews with somebody. Like there's the Trump one. There's some other ones that have like a Sean Connery interview and stuff like that. Those are valuable, and a slabbed copy that's been graded could be worth more. But I've got like 8 boxes of magazines that are just sitting in the store and I'm not doing anything with. And this could be a way to do something.
People really like that stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do with that.
Everything is collectible.
There's a comic book store here in Daytona. He's got a little back section, the owner.
Yeah.
Which is full of like old skin mags. I mean, like Hustler, Swank, etc., stuff I can't mention because we'll probably get.
Yeah, I definitely don't have any of those. So.
And I asked him once, who buys this stuff? I mean, you know, in the age of the internet, apparently there are people. He does have customers who like the old fashioned stuff. I'll leave it to you. I'll leave it to you to speculate as to why.
Yeah, I don't know. Doc says just open the Kleenex corner at Misfit Corner Comics. It'll be a winner. Trust me.
Oh God. I'm gonna try to avoid that.
Oh, you could have like, remember back in the old days, you could have like
booths.
little booths or like little like the little like curtains with the beads.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever
Oh
been to
yeah,
a
like
place
in the
that had
video
those.
stores.
Yeah.
The adult section in the back. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We need
Oh,
to do that.
gosh.
Can we do that virtually?
Romel can tell us all
Adult
about those
fantasy.
stories.
It's become exactly what you think.
It slowly is. It really,
It is.
it kind of slowly is, I think.
Hey, Avery, I got an issue I'm putting aside for you.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to see it?
Sure.
It's pretty dope.
It's a Gene Colan detective issue.
Oh, cool. Fantastic.
I pressed it and it looks good, but it's rolled to the point where,
I'm going to enjoy it anyway.
Oh, I know you will. I know you will. So it's one that I think you'll love and cherish and take to bed with you at night and put it under your pillow. And
oh my god,
he has a Tomb of Dracula. I want to get from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I showed it to him. I told the guys I wasn't going to show it to you.
Yeah,
but
he told us not to tell you.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm like,
because I can't keep a secret. You guys know that.
No. You're pretty terrible.
I told you guys about my bathroom escape during my last live stream, and
Jesus.
I've yet to watch the live stream for that section because Avery was talking to the audience that whole time I was gone.
He leaves and I have no controls.
No controls.
I can't do anything except be like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my that's all I can do."
But thank God he was there. I'll be honest with you. Thank God he was there.
Because
he covered for me.
Yeah, we talked about how much Andrew was pooping. What is it? Is it a log or is it a shotgun?
Oh my god, no. This is on his scam channel, man.
Corn or no corn?
No.
What have I done with my life?
But the thing I was saying, Avery, is that was my 67th live stream. And that is the one and only time I ever had to step away from the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, they've requested that you do it more often.
But oddly enough, not the first time he shit his pants.
It only happened once, goddammit. And never on stream.
Oh, no.
Adult fantasy, it really is what you think.
No.
Avery, I made a really bad joke earlier on.
Oh, yeah.
Todd did it again where we started the live stream, but he didn't actually go live.
Uh-huh.
And it was several minutes. It wasn't as long this time. It wasn't like a half hour. It was like 5 minutes, maybe. But we had gone through and done all the introductions for everybody. And when he came back and went live, I made the comment. This is, well, nobody was put out. Nobody was, inconvenienced by it, Todd. No big deal.
Such an asshole.
Again.
Yeah.
I thought I hit the button.
I thought I hit the button.
Yeah.
I thought I hit the button. The
so
button
Todd,
was there. I thought I hit it.
Todd.
Yes.
When's the next time you're coming to town? We're getting to the holidays, so I really want to know.
He misses you.
He misses you, Todd.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for showing up to the hour, to the slow jam hour. That's the best, Dusty. You get an A+ for finding that one, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Oh my god. I will be heading down. Well, I have a wedding to go to, but it's going to be a turn and burn, so it's going to be a minute. So.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll see you guys because it's literally like Melissa and I have to go down to St. Augustine. There's a wedding, and then we come back like super quick.
Yeah. Not taking the kids.
No, the kids won't be with us at all.
Okay. Good.
Well, that sucks.
Huh?
That sucks. I like to have seen you.
I know. We're actually gonna be coming down like as a trip. Probably later. I mean, usually we come down during like a Thanksgiving time, so
Right.
we'll definitely call all you guys. Like, I absolutely want to see all of you.
What about you, Dusty? When you coming over to the East Coast, man?
Oh, you know, when I make more than minimum wage.
Oof.
So, you know, maybe in 2025. You know.
Yeah, we really got to get this going because we got to help Dusty escape California.
I know.
I'm trying.
I'm
trying.
Yeah, we're trying, man. We're trying to get him out.
We'll get there.
Yeah, that'll be the next NFT drop campaign will be, you know, please help all proceeds go to helping Dusty get the hell out of.
Well, my daughter pointed out to me that with me not working the day job, the ability to travel and go to other shows could become a regular thing again, because I did a lot of shows, and it's not necessarily something I'm looking forward to, but it is something that's an option, you know. But yeah. I need to take Avery with me.
No thanks.
Knew he was going to say that. I'm going to get him back up to New York one of these days.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you're not going to go to New York Comic Con this year?
Like in 2 weeks. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Nope. I didn't actually. I don't. Did you get the email this year? Because I didn't even get the email.
I don't know if I got the email.
Yep.
I might have. I'm so buried in email right now. I'm way behind. But yeah, I also was not, to be completely honest. I was not. I'm not really like, all over it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, whatever. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. There's not. You know, I miss my friends and I want to go see people, but like, I don't know if. I just don't know if New York Comic Con is like good anymore. And that might just be me. Like, I feel like I've done it so many times. Like, yeah, it broke. Like I stopped. I didn't go 1 year, and all of a sudden I'm like, meh. You know what I mean?
Well, I went that 1 year without you, and that sucked. But I mean,
yeah,
it was sad not having you there with me.
I know, man. Well, it's fun. It's fun when we're together because we just kind of jam. I had more fun. I mean, maybe it's because of just what we do, but I actually had more fun at Heroes Con. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun at Heroes Con.
If you like comics, HeroCon is better than New York Comic Con.
Yeah, it's like I want to go buy stuff. I don't want to just look at shit.
You know, the first year I went to Comic Con New York, I think I told the story. It was the last year where you were still able to buy tickets the day of at the counter in the Javits Center. It's also the last year, I think, where it was like one of the last years when they still had booth babes. You don't see those anymore. I mean, you walk around and there was literally a woman standing there with one of those like latex suits that are literally sprayed on her body.
Yep, those were the days.
Those were the days. Then the last year I won, it took me 3 hours of standing in line just to get in the freaking door.
Oh no, yeah, we try to we always get our pro passes usually. So
yep, didn't happen this year though. So
yeah, if it doesn't happen, it's not worth going.
Yeah,
it's just too much.
Yeah, I told my brother-in-law, because I take care of the tickets for the show, the travel, everything, that it costs almost $1,000 just to walk out my front door to go to that show.
Yeah, well, that's because you spend it at the show.
No, that's just getting there and getting back, plane tickets, everything, you know.
Yeah.
But I have to be willing to pony up that amount of money, and if I'm not at the show trying to make money, then it's all spending. It's all spending money, which sometimes is good because it can make money back later on, but not easy.
Mm-hmm.
If if you had a table, if you had a booth, and you were making money, it'd be worth it to go. But if you're not making money, you're just spending money. You have to weigh all those options.
Yep.
And I'm not upset. I'm not going this year.
No,
you're not going to be there, so it's not worth it.
Aw.
Yeah. I was talking to Dusty.
Aw.
Thank you.
Where's the music? Hit the button. Come on.
No, the moment's passed.
Damn it. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I know. We're just moving into that good phase of. I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's a good thing. Like Andrew's collecting the books he wants to collect, and Avery and I are, we're all starting to draw all the stuff and write the stuff that we want to draw and write. So it's kind of at that point. It's like, well, fuck everything else, Like the best stories have already been written on the Marvel DC side. So why not just do something else?
Yeah.
And I really think like it is true what Avery was saying earlier about audiences and all of this. Like there is no. Like the next big properties are all coming out of the indie scene. In fact, like there's an indie animator. She's out of SVA, and she did a series called Hell of a Boss. It's not my cup of tea, like not my type of show at all. But the animation is fantastic, and she launched it on YouTube. It's a 20-minute animated show. It's her and a couple friends, very well animated. And they do episodes. They do a season of like 6 episodes, and it takes them like a year or something. And they've grown the YouTube channel to 9 million subs and millions of views.
That's fantastic.
And they just announced yesterday that there's a spinoff that's actually going to be on Amazon Prime.
Oh wow!
Full show, right? And that's the whole thing. She built her own audience. She writes her own ticket. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's the way it is.
And as long as she owns it, they can't take it from her or fire her. She can just go back to YouTube if she doesn't get along with Amazon.
That's right. She just does whatever she wants, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, she can just okay, I'll take my audience and leave.
That's right. That's absolutely the way it should be, in my opinion. So I think that's
it's got to suck. Some cartoonists, and creators are getting fired from their own shit they created because they did it through the network or through a studio.
Yep.
And they get fired from their own shit over some kind of bullshit. The bullshit turns out not to be true.
Yep.
They're still gone. They're still out.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty cool. And it's the way it should be. So, I'm ready for it, and I think it's going to happen to a lot of people because there's just I think it's kind of hard not to win, and I know that sounds boastful, but like just think of the numbers. Like you have, McFarlane used to say that. Have you ever heard Todd McFarlane talk about the industry and why you should do comics and why now is the best time to do comics? Have you ever heard his speech on that? So he said it a few times, and it's very smart. I think it's a little misguided, but it's still like majority of it holds true. And what it is he says like now's the best time to do comics because if you think about it, Marvel is the top 20, the top spots, right? Or whatever. And those Marvel is like all of those properties are owned by Disney. So Disney's not going to share those things with anybody. Disney's going to make all their shows and all their movies. So all those Marvel properties are off the table. All of the DC stuff is owned by Warner Brothers. So all of the DC stuff in terms of creation and fun and all that kind of stuff, that is off the table. And he said right underneath that, it's open, right? Like you have Hulu Amazon Prime, like every single streaming channel now needs 24 hours of content, right? Like they just need to produce so much stuff that they have to find it. And so because it can't go for the normal stuff because it's all gone, they have no choice but to go to whatever's next. And because of that, it's you. And so if you produce, and in his mind, comics, right? If you're actually producing and you're outside of the Marvel DC bubble, you can still like genuinely win. You can actually have your stuff picked up and actually get that Netflix show or get that Amazon Prime thing or do whatever the next big licensing deals, because they need content so bad. And so it's not like it used to be. Like, it really is kind of a rare time for that. And so you're going to see there's going to be a lot of Web3 projects that get picked up for shows. You know, they have to. Like, if you have an audience and you have some power behind it, you're going to get TV shows and toys and all kinds of shit, because all of these companies need to make money. Like, they have to put stuff out there. And if you have an audience, if you show that you have a really decent audience to it, like, they're gonna show up, you know?
Well, we'll see what happens.
I think so. So I'm actually that actually makes me like pretty excited, you know? That makes me pretty excited. I'm like, because it's true. You know, it's like, yeah, I mean, that actually is something that, like, you know, it's not easy. It's not simple. You got to bust your ass. But like, if you bust your ass, why can't it happen to you? You know?
Yep. I just wish I didn't suck at social media. I'm terrible. I'm awful.
Yeah.
I really, like, I'm shocked when I get new followers. I'm like, well, huh? I didn't even post anything this week.
Yeah, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, Avery was mentioning earlier about enjoying, independent comics, especially creators that are on YouTube.
Mhm.
One thing that annoys me so much about independent creators on YouTube is all the drama. And a lot of them think that that's the way to get more subscribers, to get more eyes on them, is to cause and to involve themselves in drama.
It does work to an extent.
It does, but there's a point where it gets tiring.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people, even if they're still subscribed, they're not watching, you know?
Yeah.
I don't watch when they're doing drama. I dip out.
Yeah.
I leave the drama alone. I watch when they're actually talking about projects. I was like, oh, okay, now I'm interested. I'll watch this. Oh, this is a drama episode. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. Oh, people want to nitpick what each other says. It's like, oh, you talk for hours a day on air. Like, you're going to contradict yourself because just your opinion changes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Or you misspeak. You get a number wrong in what you're talking about. Oh, you are fucked if you're the drama farmer.
Yeah, I will tell you, man, like one of the challenges that I've had in like thinking about what to do as far as like a focused YouTube channel is that the thing that would be like basically where we are, and I could be wrong, and I'm totally down to be wrong, but like it certainly seems that where we are is like in sort of like we're kind of in the anti-mainstream entertainment space, right? And the obvious play for that is if you look at your boy Zach or you look at Eric July, it's sort of the I don't want to say counterculture, but sort of like the rage bait shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if that's sort of the appropriate way to go about all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
because like A, those guys already exist, and B, it's like, you know, we're specifically in a space where we're actually partnering with a shit ton of people, and it's like we just did a partnership with DC, right? Like, why on God's green earth would I want to like? It kind of makes it very hard to be like, yeah, I mean, Marvel sucks, but DC's great. Like, it's just, you know, it becomes a little difficult to kind of like talk shit about people. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Copy cartoonists kayfabe, but also talk about Web3.
But those things don't sell. Like cartoonist kayfabe is capped. Like there aren't that many people that give a shit about those comics.
Yeah.
They're us. We care.
Yeah, but what are their viewers like? I mean, it's pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like
maybe.
But talk about like Web3 and also you'll eventually find something more. You know what I mean?
For sure. I'm just thinking like I also think that the kayfabe group, like those guys do not like fucking Web3. Like you might as well be talking to
No.
Forget it.
Who cares? Who cares what they do? What they like, you know?
Yeah.
But just do that type of show where you talk about what you like. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, do that type of show where you talk about what you like, and it can be everything to do with Web3 and comics and toys and all that, you know?
Yeah, but he wants to get a show that gets 100,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. So
yeah, that's not going to happen.
He doesn't want to build a channel. He just wants an instant success channel.
No, I'm kidding about that. Maybe.
Well, I'd love to see you try. I'd love to see if it works.
Don't tempt me, bro.
Yeah, okay. That's gonna have to use rage bait then if you want a channel to grow.
A lot of clickbait YouTube videos.
Yeah, a lot of clickbait.
Yep.
A lot of clickbait, a lot of rage baiting, a lot of trolling.
Probably. No, well, yeah, it's just I guess for me personally, I don't feel like I have found the thing specifically in our niche. You know, I mean, we definitely can talk about entertainment, but again, like most like modern entertainment blows dick. So it's like I don't necessarily, unless we're talking shit, you know, it's like I don't really want to talk shit. So it's like, well, right?
Yeah. You could talk shit about some new Disney show that sucks. But like, don't go on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
I mean, I have a unique take for sure because I usually, at least I try. I will say that with this stuff that I try to offer like an explanation as to why it's bad, not necessarily just like political nonsense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, obviously, I think that has a lot to do with it, right? I mean, I lived it, so you know.
Another thing that wears me out is they'll farm a subject until it's boring. You know, there'll be 5 videos. There'll be like 2 videos a day on it. Like this just happened. This just happened. I was like, oh my god, shut up. What's the project? Let's talk about some projects people are doing.
Right. Well, you said it yourself, man. It's the rage shit that fucking.
It works. It works.
It really works.
And it's not that I don't agree with some of these people's larger points.
Yeah.
That's the reason I don't go off against them, because the grander scheme, I agree with some of their larger points, a lot of them. It's just sometimes I get bored with what am I supposed to be angry about? I'd rather talk about what I'm enjoying.
Fair enough. Yeah,
I already agree with you on the stuff that sucks.
Right.
It's like we agree on the stuff that sucks.
Right.
Let's talk about what we like. Let's give.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great point, actually. You know.
And there is less of an audience for that. That's true. But if you can build up, 2,000 hardcore people who like what you do, that 2,000 hardcore fans who'll buy $4 books a year from us, 4 to 6
Well,
books.
no, I'm actually looking at. I've been looking at Kill 6 Billion Demons. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but he's a webcomic guy, and he's basically been doing it for 10 years, and he's good. Like, he's like pro level good.
I think I've heard of that. I'm not familiar with it,
but
I've
that dude's generating some serious flow, and I'm like, and it's because he's consistent, he's professional, he's consistent, he's been doing he does 2 pages a week, you know what I mean? Like, and he just does it for a full-time job. He just produces his stuff nonstop.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like, fuck yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm like, yeah, man, that's legitimately.
I want to shift gears too much to do something like that. That wouldn't work for me.
Doing a couple pages a week.
Yeah, because I'd want to shift gears. I'd want to tell a different story after so long, and work in a different style.
Well, you can. I mean, I think that's the thing. Is I don't think you have to. He's on volume 6, right? But I think you can do it your own way. I don't think it necessarily means that you'd have to do the same thing. I still agree. I think doing sort of a Dark Horse Presents thing where you can have one big story and then here's a short to take a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got another idea in my head based off of one of my old drawings that I want to approach a writer about. Hey, you want to work with me and do this, and this is my idea. It's going to be so hard to get the writer on board,
Mm-hmm.
because hey, this is my idea. This is the way the story's structured, and it's going to because when you're the artist, right? There's plenty of writers who want you on board for them, but the other way, it doesn't. It's not a two-way street ever.
Mm-hmm.
And once I'm done with that, because that idea is only 36 pages, and that's the way it needs to be told, 36 pages at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk to you more about it off air.
For sure.
It has to. That's the way it has to be, and it has to have a certain flow
mm-hmm.
for it to make. And I don't even know if anybody will catch on. That's what it is. But oh well. I don't know. I went off on a little.
No, it's good. That's the whole point. And I don't think.
What was I talking about? I'm lost.
I don't know. Pain, suffering, evil.
Yeah. I really like independent comics, and some of the people I'm buying these independent comics from are drama farmers, but I love their comic. They're backing up their bullshit with a good comic.
Mm.
So, and I agree with them on the large points. And some of them are just other people that are in the same space. Mm-hmm. They're not really drama farmers at all. They just make comics and talk about what they like. But I'm excited by their success, and I'm happy for their success.
Who? Kayfabe?
No, just independent comic people.
Oh yeah, no, you should be.
And I'm seeing a lot of independent comic people who are on other platforms talking about how they're not doing well, and I'm watching other people who just keep growing, and it's like,
Yeah, well, I do think a lot of that has to do with approach and audience, and some people do have unfair. I mean, a lot of it is unfair advantages, right? And that's not a bad thing. An unfair advantage is something that
yeah,
really
it's inherent. It's inherent in everything.
Yeah, but it's like EVS has an unfair advantage because of his background. I think Eric July has an unfair advantage because of his background, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's one of those things that's puts a person in the right time and place for a certain thing. We have extremely good unfair advantages with stuff that we're doing, right? Like we're very lucky in a lot of ways. So, you know, I think you just have to kind of.
And I really like Cyberfrog. Even though it's late as hell, when you get your book, it's so damn pretty.
I know I will say I love it. I do think he's drawn too much. It's so busy to me.
Yeah,
but that's just me personally.
It's so much, like you get your money's worth.
Yeah, for sure.
He definitely I think over delivers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which is good. Which is a huge plus. And these comics are damn good looking comics. Like
100%. Not even a question about that. Like they're very good comics.
It's all the good reasons we bought the early Image books. You know, all the good reasons.
Yep.
That we bought early Image. And I still like some of the art and stuff and some of the early Image stuff. I don't care.
Yep. No, I think that's
yeah.
That's legit.
And because you know what is like some of those books that like Jay Lee did, I still like it.
Of course, they're super good, man.
They look pretty good. I still like early Spawn issues. I want that artist edition for Spawn. It's like the first 8 issues.
I know that thing's like several grand too.
Yeah, it sold out and shot up in value. I think he did a second one too.
Yeah, I know. He did 2 of them. I would buy the first 2 because that's his artwork, basically.
Yeah, dude. I would love to have those because I still dig it. I don't care.
Oh no, I'm right there with you, man. I would absolutely buy it. Like, you know, you see it 11 by 17, and it's still going to have a power.
Yeah,
like he's got power to his work. I mean, he never left. He never lost power.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy to his work.
Mm-hmm. He never lost power. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, one of the things, you know, Marvel and DC, a lot of mainstream companies are like, this is the new thing you should be hyped about. The thing I've seen coming out soon that I'm hyped about is an independent comic, you know, that's getting an anniversary edition, Slain.
Yep.
That's what I'm hyped about. That anniversary edition hardback. It's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, that thing is fucking sick. So
yeah,
it's like that's going to be seriously cool.
That makes me hyped up, dude, to buy some books.
Yeah, man. Well, again, it's all the old stuff. And someone told me, I actually read something like that resonated. It was like, it's not nostalgia. It's that the new entertainment is not good entertainment. It's not nostalgia. It's not that people are attracted to the old stuff out of nostalgic reasons. It's that the stuff sucks nowadays.
Yeah, it's very low effort of them trying to make something entertaining.
Yeah,
they're not even trying. It's not that they're failing. They were never trying to succeed.
Yeah,
which is like legitimate failure, because there's a difference between this loser bullshit they make, where they're not even trying to make something good, and legitimate failure where you tried to do something.
Yep.
But you failed. Well, that's how you learn to make something good. Is you actually tried to make something good and you failed. That's a learning thing. You can learn from that.
Yep.
A lot of this stuff that they do now, it's not even a legit failure. They weren't trying to make it good at all. Yeah. They were going for something else entirely. You'll even see these articles that are written like, oh, this show wasn't even, it doesn't matter. They wasn't even written and intended to be good. Then what the fuck did you make the show for? If it wasn't intended to be good.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point?
Right.
It being good should have been the point.
I heard recently that they've greenlit the second season of She-Hulk. Have you heard that?
Why?
Whatever.
No idea.
I don't even get mad about that anymore. That kind of, it's not that a She-Hulk show couldn't be good. It could be, even one that's based on like the John Byrne era She-Hulk, where you have a lot of lawyer stuff. That could be good.
I would have watched a CSI type of show, or like a Law and Order type of show, like a serious show with She-Hulk. Like, I would have absolutely watched that.
Dude, it could have been Ally McBeal with superpowers, and I would have understood why some people were into it.
That would have been dope.
That would have been a show where someone was attempting to make something good for a certain audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have understood. Even if I didn't like it, I would have understood why someone else is into it. Because it's a show built for an audience. And that they are genuinely trying to entertain.
Yeah.
I would have understood that.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I get that. But some of the stuff, I mean, there's a couple of shows I can't remember specifically. I just remember the article and just shaking my head like, what do you mean you never intended this to be good? Then why did you make it? I understand trying to make something and failing and it sucking. Many times. I've done that. I've got a whole graphic novel I did. I can show you. But I learned.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And there are individual panels you can find in that book where it's like, oh, you know what? You didn't. I see you were trying. But yeah, it's sad to see people doing this to IPs, and it's like, ooh, they didn't even try to. They weren't even trying to make this good.
Right.
That's sad.
It is sad.
It is.
Like when you watch the original Star Wars, for all the flaws you can find in it, George Lucas was trying to entertain you.
Yep.
And that's what got us.
Well,
that's what hooked us.
Well, in defense of Star Wars, Ahsoka is not bad actually.
It's too late. It's too late for me.
I actually have a theory about Star Wars.
I can't watch it.
Well, I actually have a theory about Star Wars, Star Trek, and all these other failing franchises. I'm not going to reveal it now because I'm saving it for an article. I'm going to put on the Substack. But some we can definitely discuss next week.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, checking these shows out, it's like it's too late, too little, too late, too much. I'll just go read an old comic from the 80s or the 70s or something, that I never read.
Yeah.
Or take the things I liked about something and use it to inspire myself to create something of my own.
That I think is the best part.
And then tell my own version of those type of stories.
Yeah, that I think is the best part.
Take all the things you like about Spider-Man, take all the things you like about Batman, and take all the things you like about the Incredible Hulk, something really off, wave different than either one of those, and shove them in a blender of your perception and see what comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Or combine Batman with something you wouldn't think it should combine with at all.
Well, that's how we got Deadpool. He was Spider-Man as a ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then writers after that who really turned him into what we know, but still.
Yep.
Exactly. You notice there's no really big characters that were created after the 90s. Who's really, truly big and popular?
Well, there's...
Except for Miles might actually be genuinely popular.
Miles, yes, is up there, but it was Bane, Harley Quinn, and Deadpool. They were the 90s.
Yeah, Cable also.
Yeah,
Cable to a much lesser extent.
Yeah.
But yeah. But after the 90s, Miles is probably it. Gwenpool, maybe. Not Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
I still don't think she's as popular. I think she's popular with cosplayers. The cosplayer, because it's easy. They think she's cute.
Maybe. I think she has an audience. I think, like, as much as I don't like her as a character, I do think there's an audience there.
My puristism is bothered by any Gwen Stacy variant. It bothers me, and to me, it doesn't exist.
To me, it doesn't exist.
It's not in my reality. I don't know what alternate universe you live in, but where the one I live in, that shit ain't real.
You're just pointing to it at the back of the fucking plane.
Yeah, exactly. That shit is not real. Gwen Stacy, Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen, that shit ain't real.
That's funny.
I am that meme when it comes to things like that. It's like, not real, didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. What's a Gwenpool? Never heard of it.
So fucking funny.
Because Gwen Stacy died.
Yes.
Period. No, Gwen Stacy wasn't shellacking Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I do think there's like a lot of I really dislike the multiverse stuff. I think that fucks up everything.
It can be fun. It can be fun, but
people don't know how to use it, so they just do whatever the hell they want, and then like, oh, we'll just kill Wolverine and make them do this or that or do something out of character, and they're like,
bring him back with
another Wolverine to be that Wolverine, and it's just as good. And you're like, well, it's not Wolverine though. Like,
yeah,
they did that with
and then we'll bring him
who
back,
did they do that with?
And he has hot claws. Captain America.
Well, they did it with Captain America, but they did it with somebody else too. Oh, Iceman. They actually killed Iceman. Like, they murdered him. Like, they actually had a death. Like, it was very recent. They shattered him and melted him, and he died. And then they reincarnated a clone of him, and now that clone is just like Bobby Drake. Like, it's not like, it's just like that was him. And they're like, well, no, you actually, it's a clone. Like, you can't say that.
That was one of the whole storylines in the X-Men, is that they had the ability to bring back anybody who died. So they went on adventures without caring whether or not they died or not, because they could always bring them back.
Right.
It's not just Bobby, it was everybody.
Well, no, this one was specifically Bobby, though. They did another story that wasn't Krakoa. And
Bobby should have been able to reconstitute himself, because that's one of the things he didn't know he could do, that he found out when Emma hijacked his body before she became a good guy again.
Yeah.
You remember that? That was an issue before I quit reading.
Yeah.
Emma hijacked his body.
Yep.
It was doing crazy shit with his powers, like vaporizing and making all these like ice, like all the crazy spikes and stuff that he does. Like, he learned that from when Emma hijacked his body. He was like, how'd you do all that? She's like, you're an idiot because you hadn't figured out how to do it. I was in your body for a few minutes and I figured out how your powers work.
Yep.
No, he's probably one of the most powerful X-Men of the original 5.
Yeah,
he can literally be a world killer with his powers.
Yeah. So it's like, how could they shatter him that he couldn't reconstitute himself? I'm like, it's almost like Clayface, but way more powerful. Like, you can delude Clayface, but eventually, with a river, knock him into a rushing river, but he eventually would pull himself back together. Sandman the same way.
Yep.
It only makes sense that Bobby would too. But that's a character they've absolutely butchered, and I don't want to go into it because it hurts.
Yep.
Because I really loved a lot of the X-Men characters, even the characters that are like my 10th favorite, because they were X-Men. I still had a fondness for them.
Yeah.
So when I got mad enough that I quit reading X-Men, dude, it hurt my little nerdy fifi.
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, it's the right thing to do, man. Like, they fucking suck. Man, there's so much art coming up. Holy fuck.
Nah.
It's the fall. It's the fall, dude. The fall, the summer collections are great, but the fall auctions are too much. Just too much. Just absolutely too much. Like it's like all the amazing shit's coming up. You know what I mean? Like they actually have some Dark Knight, like 2 sequential Dark Knight Return pages.
Ooh, damn.
You know the one where Batman is kind of like hovering over the dead Joker, holding his side.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Like it's too much.
Joker's got like the
That
batarang
grin.
in his eye.
Yeah. Yeah, that's coming up for auction.
Dude, that is peak Frank Miller.
Yeah, dude. It's all
Frank
like
Miller and Klaus Janson together just. And if you look at that art, there's not a lot there.
no.
It's not like it's filled with detail,
Mm-mm.
but it's so powerful.
It's super good, man.
Like,
I'd show you some, but it'd take another hour or so. We'll probably say that for next week.
yeah, sure.
Although it's got 6 days left. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find.
Yeah, let's show this. 6 days left. Show it.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me.
We can do a special like short stream if you want to on the last day.
Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna I'll show you a couple pages. I'm not gonna show you all the stuff, but like check this out. I'll show you a couple that make me kind of go like, fuck.
Make you kind of go,
Ooh, Del Keon.
I like, wow.
Right?
And the crazy thing, the dude's gotten better since then.
Yeah.
That's even crazier.
This thing is signed 3 times. 91, 92, and 2004.
Oh wow.
Right? So I'm just gonna go through some of this stuff. But here's an Electra. Electra Lives Again.
Oh wow.
Look at that. I love this fucking style. Like this is just sick.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Hard style to pull off. Because if anything is really too bad out of whack, you're done.
Yeah. This was the height of his style. He was really good.
For me, it's Dark Knight. For me, it's Dark Knight Returns in the first Sin City.
Electra Lives Again.
Ooh.
Was this Lives Again? This is just Electra number 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Klaus Janson inking?
Yeah, I think so. I know. They not look good. Hey, what's up, Kodiak? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, check this fucker out. So, this is the first page. Whoever owned this has the climax of the whole fucking book, dude. Right? And then
this guy's like looking to retire, is what.
Yeah, and then if this wasn't cool enough, then these are cherry pages. Like, look how nice they look. Look what he's got, dude. The very next page. Look at that. Isn't that sick?
You know what's so funny is the guys that have these pages and they're willing to sell them, it's usually because they have other pages.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, totally. I mean, these are cherry. Like, whoever got this is like taking perfect.
What's the bidding at so far?
Oh, it's already at $380,000. And it's gonna go up. It's got 7 days left. Yeah. It might hit over $1 million because this is these are the primo pages, man.
Yeah, whoever's selling this is looking to retire.
There's like there's a Jay Lee page in here from Namor.
Oh.
But yeah, look at this, John Romita Sr.
So freaking good.
Look how good that is.
It's just a reminder of how much I suck.
How would you like to own this original? remember this?
Yep.
It's a Charles Best book.
Yeah.
No, that's Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah. Oh, is it Bernie Wright? It is Bernie Wrightson. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, we've actually seen that.
Look at that, Dusty. That's fucking from like 1989 or some shit.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we've actually seen that original in New York.
Yeah, it's going for 12,000
only
right now. Oh, it's gonna triple. It's gonna triple easy. Here's John Buscema and Joe Sennett.
Once Todd puts his bid in, right?
Yeah. Look at that. Joe Sennett was a genius. Those ink lines are fucking sick. All brush.
Yeah.
Just perfect thick to thin. He just had a flow, man. God, the guy was a fucking sick motherfucker. Max, cover art for the card.
Nice.
See if I can find that. Oh, this one's cool. This is a Jack Kirby, Frank Giacoa.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty neat, right? That'd be cool to own that. That'd look great on my wall. Dave McKeon. That's pretty cool, right? This one, it's a Mike McMahon, but look how good this is. Look at that ink. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's a really unique style. Cool. That's a great illustration.
What's it from?
I don't actually know. 2080.
Oh, okay.
2080 Prague, number 313. Here's a Mike Mignola painting.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll shoot right up. Yeah, that Dave McKeon, dude. I want to.
I know.
I want to do stuff that's kind of like that too. You know.
Let's see, I'm gonna skip. I know some of the stuff this is all John Romita Sr.
Oh man.
Look at that.
Dude, he did.
Those panels are so fucking full.
That's how I still see Peter Parker.
Yeah. He invented Peter Parker.
And his version of Peter became the basis for Peter Parker for a long, long, long time.
Yeah. Look at this, man. Again, his panels are just full.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna skip a couple of these. I want to show. Here's a cool John Romita Jr. that I liked. Look how minimal that is, but look how good it is.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Like that picture of Spider-Man right there. The first panel's sick.
Yeah.
So good. Decount Shelby. Declan, sorry. Barry Windsor Smith.
Another master.
Yeah, that shit's dope as shit. I'll zoom into that real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I know we're running over, but look at that.
It is pretty.
Look at that. This is what comics used to be, Dusty. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Fucking ill. Mobius, whatever. That's a great image.
Yeah, Mobius.
Oh, I'm getting a spring ball of death. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh shit, is it gonna crash?
Oh, you're froze.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can get. That's a Luis Bermejo.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yes. Oh, you want me to zoom in real quick?
Yeah.
He's like an ink lord. Look at that. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I love the brush lines and stuff. The brush strokes.
Yeah, this is a Jordy Bernay. I love Jordy Bernay. Jumpy Sema Silver Surfer.
Some good stuff, man.
Jeff Darrow.
That guy's insane.
Yeah, that shit fucking nuts. Look at that. Look at the amount of detail this motherfucker puts into shit.
He draws
Everything.
Every little bit of detail. There's
no shadow.
Yeah, and it's not like noodling. He's drawing everything. Every crack in the sidewalk, every cigarette butt, everything.
Yeah, this is from Shaolin Cowboy. Look at this battle scene.
Yeah, he's a crazy person.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. He's nuts. So that was cool. Let's see. See what I can find. This was a cool page. I don't know. I thought it was neat. It's French. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I love that shit. Let me see if I can find. I want to try to find that. Yeah, here it is.
Oof.
Look how expressive that is.
Yeah, and it's just a silhouette.
Yeah, dude. He must have been knocking these pages the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, this was like, he was just banging this shit out, dude. Look at that. That skeleton is all white out. That whole thing is white out.
It's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it looks great. He's just straight up drawing. That's so good, man. That's a pretty cool page, right?
And it's Namor. It's all underwater. You don't have to draw a lot of background.
Yeah, I know. You just have some like little bubbles every now and then to show that they're like breathing or something.
Yeah.
I still think he's the only guy that ever got me into fucking Namor.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that exploding like creature, it's just a silhouette and it looks dope.
The Joe Mad piece. That's pretty cool.
I really like Joe Maduro when he started doing his own stuff.
Yeah, he actually have one of his Battle Chasers pages.
Who inked that stuff? Was it?
It wasn't Tim Townsend. It was McWeeny.
It's good.
Yeah. McWeeny was a great inker. Like, that's really cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it's a lot of line work, but it works.
Yeah.
David Mazzucchelli, Daredevil. Mignola.
Oh, Cosmic Odyssey.
Yeah, you want to see it? The funny thing is I always thought those were stats, and they're not.
Exactly, they're not. Damn.
Really
I loved this book. A lot of people shit on it, but I loved it.
No, I fucking love this book. This book was another one. I mean, he really was like he still is, I guess, but he really was sort of like a artist. Like he really changed shit. Like, his books looked like nothing else out there.
Yeah.
There was no books that looked like this when he was doing this stuff. I love Far from the Gray Mouser. It's a
cool looking. It's a good looking book.
It is one of my favorites. I got the graphic novel on my shelf, and I always will.
I believe I have it somewhere too.
I like it more when he was doing his realistic style, like this kind of era.
Yeah, the first Hellboy and the Dracula book are my.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
It's just a quick sketch, but so dope. And,
even though that's not photographically like Gary Oldman as Dracula, it still captured that character. Kent Williams.
Yeah.
George Safino. That's not George Safino?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's another one that's just a fucking master.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still alive? He passed away, right?
Yes. His son, though's getting good.
Like, it's just super gestural.
Yeah, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm very envious of that style because whenever I try it, I don't know if it works as well. Because that kind of style was a little bit of what I tried to do with White Leopard.
Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, is that a sell?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Current bid $8.
There's a lot of animated cells on right now. This is like there's some manga shit too. It's pretty cool. But anyway, that's what I got. Super quick. I mean, there's a shit ton, but like I'm not gonna like take up the entire like rest of the time on it.
We'll get into it next week.
Yeah. There's a lot coming up. There's a lot with like that stuff is gonna be gone. This stuff is going out. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to share it, but there's plenty more that's kind of coming up.
Yeah. Next week I plan to I'll set up where I can show Earthbound and that sketch I got from Narwhal, and I can show my copies of White Leopard.
Okay, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I'm pretty happy with how the book printed.
Good. Now you have another book coming out?
I'm inking the ash can for the people story that goes with the Lost Pages 3.
Okay.
That I'm working on.
Got it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So much cool shit, man.
Don't worry about it. In 10 years from now, when Disney, Marvel, DC, all the rest of the old dinosaurs are being sold for parts, and and you become the new Bob Iger.
God, Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, man can drink, right?
Sure, let's go.
And all the stockholders stab you in the back and steal the company out from underneath you.
Oh yeah.
We see the way to solve that. Make sure we're the only stockholders.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I would sell him out in a heartbeat.
Oh,
for the right amount of money. For the right amount of money, okay.
I would not. I would never sell him out unless I was short in the stock. In which case, sorry, Todd.
Yeah.
We're friends with business.
I understand completely. It's all love. It is all love. Well, guys, thank you so much, man. This has been super fun. And
I really gotta get to bed, man. I'm about to pass out.
Yeah. We went over a little bit, but that's good. Not too bad. But I love you guys. Have a happy weekend. Happy Friday. Nerd Den. We did some good stuff. We covered a lot of ground. Got some good stuff going. We're working really hard on the RPG. Lore Games is coming back. Hopefully it's either next week or the week after. It's coming back soon. So we're working actively to set up campaigns and get that RPG going. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to the Discord. We're going to be talking a lot about it. We love you guys. And we'll talk to you soon. With that, peace out. Bye-bye. God bless. Take care of each other.
Bye.
And Andrew, don't get stuck in the bathroom. Bye.